Hello friends, it's Florian Stollmayer. I'm right now at the Walhalla, close to Regensburg on the Danube River. We have here 90 of the most prominent German and Austrians in history, people like Beethoven, Bach, Goethe, Schiller and others. Let's take a look around here. Here you have the sculpture of the most famous German composer, Johann Sebastian Bach, who gained world fame with his Baroque compositions. He was born 1685 till 1750 AD. And here we have the famous opera composer, Richard Wagner, who gained world fame with his operas like Lohengrin or Siegfried, Die Götterdämmerung, and many other famous operas. And next to him here is Otto von Bismarck, the famous German chancellor of the 19th century. This here is Franz Schubert, the famous Austrian composer who lived from 1797 to 1827. He was famous for his German lieder and his symphonies and his piano sonatas. This here is a sculpture of König Ludwig I of Bavaria, who gave the order to build this beautiful monument. König Ludwig I, he was a great builder in Bavaria. He built many famous monuments like this here, the Walhalla, and others. This is here Ludwig van Beethoven, the maybe most famous German composer next to Johann Sebastian Bach. He is world famous for his symphonies, such as the Symphony No. 9 and piano sonatas and many other great things. He even wrote one opera which is called Fidelio. Here is Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, the most famous German poet, next to Friedrich von Schiller. Who doesn't know all his famous works such as Faust? Finally, we have here Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, the Austrian composer, who was for many people the most talented composer of all composers. And he was basically famous for works like Eine kleine Nachtmusik or his symphonies, and he also wrote many operas like the North City. Here you can see the Walhalla in full length from the front to the back. This is a monument of our German and Austrian culture. It contains, as I already said before, 90 of the most prominent people of Germany and Austria, such as kings, queens, poets, composers, and other people. Hello friends, welcome to the Top Sites of Bavaria. I am your host Florian Stollmayer. Our topic of today is the Walhalla monument near Regensburg on the Danube River. This monument was built in 1842 by the German architect and sculptor Leo von Klenze and ordered by King Ludwig I of Bavaria. Right now it contains 130 sculptures and 65 plaques of the most prominent figures in German history, artists and poets such as Bach, Beethoven, Mozart and Goethe are among them, but also famous military men, generals, politicians and kings and queens. The architecture of the Walhalla is like a Greek temple, because King Ludwig I of Bavaria was a great lover of Greek art and architecture. Next to the Liberty Hall, which was also built by King Ludwig I, and his sculptor Leo von Klenze, the Walhalla is one of the top sites of Bavaria, next to the castle of King Ludwig II, his grandson, who gained world fame for Neuschwanstein castle. I really hope you have enjoyed this video about the Walhalla monument near Regensburg in Bavaria. This architecture belongs definitely to the top sites of Bavaria. I am your host Florian Stollmayer. Please be sure to rate and subscribe to my YouTube channel. At last, please also check out my book about the Oktoberfest, the biggest beer fest in the world. My book is called Florian Stollmayer's Quick Guide to the Oktoberfest, available on Amazon.com. You can find the link below. So long friends, or as we say here in Bavaria, Servus, für Gott und auf Wiedersehen.